In the last video, we introduced the circulatory system and looked at how the heart works as its pump. Now, we're going to focus on the blood vessels in more detail, specifically arteries, capillaries, and veins. To briefly summarize, arteries move blood away from the heart, capillaries handle the exchange of oxygen and nutrients with tissues, and veins return blood to the heart. As we take a deeper look at each type, the key is to understand how their structure supports their role. Arteries, for example, carry blood straight from the heart, which means the blood inside is under very high pressure since it's just been forcefully pumped out of the heart's ventricles. To handle this pressure, arteries need to be both durable and flexible. That's why their walls include a thick layer of muscle to add strength and a thick elastic layer so they can stretch and spring back. Because of these layers, the walls of arteries are quite thick compared to the lumen, which is the name for the central space where the blood flows. Once blood travels through the arteries and reaches different body areas, it moves into the capillaries. These tiny vessels are found all throughout the body, close to every cell. Their job is to allow the exchange of substances with cells, delivering things like oxygen and nutrients, and removing waste like carbon dioxide. Looking closely at a single capillary, you can see how it's perfectly suited for this job. Their walls are just one cell thick, and they're permeable, meaning substances can easily move through them by diffusion. Because capillaries are so small, each one has a very narrow lumen. But since there are so many of them, the total cross-sectional area of all capillaries combined is actually massive, much greater than that of arteries. This causes blood pressure to drop significantly, slowing the flow and giving more time for exchanges with surrounding cells. Eventually, the capillaries merge into larger vessels called veins, which carry blood back toward the heart. Veins are relatively large and have the biggest lumens of all blood vessels. Their walls are quite thin, with only a small amount of muscle and elastic fibers. But that's fine, since blood is flowing under low pressure by this point, the vein walls don't need to be especially strong. One very important feature of veins is that they contain valves. These valves stop the blood from flowing backwards and ensure it always moves in the direction of the heart. Before we wrap up, let's look at how to calculate blood flow rate. A typical exam question might say something like 2,500 milliliters of blood flows through the aorta, the main artery leaving the heart, in 8 minutes. What is the rate of blood flow in milliliters per minute? To solve this, you divide the volume of blood, 2,500 milliliters, by the time it took, 8 minutes, giving you a blood flow rate of 320 milliliters per minute.
If you haven't heard before, you can find all of our videos on our website geniushub.co.uk. Additionally, you'll also find MCQs, flashcards, past papers, and quizzes. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this.